A silence that feels too heavy, a missing presence that fans can't ignore, and a story that seems incomplete without her. Yes, I'm talking about Georgie. Heartland has always been about family, love, and resilience, but when one key member disappears, it's like a piece of the puzzle goes missing. For seasons, viewers have been waiting, questioning, and hoping. And now, as season 19 draws near, the whispers have grown louder. Could Georgie finally be making her grand return? Georgie Fleming Morris was never just another character on Heartland. She was a force of energy, determination, and youthful ambition. From the moment she first arrived at the ranch as a foster child with a troubled past, fans connected with her journey of finding belonging. She wasn't afraid to dream big, even when life kept throwing challenges her way. Whether it was bonding with horses, proving herself as a show jumper, or learning to trust the family who welcomed her, Georgie's story represented the heart of what Heartland has always stood for: healing, second chances, and courage. But in recent seasons, something has been missing. As Lou and Peter rekindled their relationship, as Amy navigated life after Ty, and as Jack continued to hold the family together, Georgie's absence became impossible to ignore. Viewers noticed the silence every time Katie, her younger sister, never once mentioned her. They noticed the gap every time a family moment felt incomplete. And with each passing episode, fans grew more restless. What happened to Georgie? Why did the show let her drift away without a proper explanation? Theories quickly began to spread. Some believed that Alicia Newton, the talented actress who plays Georgie, had stepped away because of scheduling conflicts or other commitments. Others thought the writers wanted to shift focus onto different characters for a while. But no matter. The reason, one truth stood out clearly. Heartland didn't feel whole without her. Georgie was a symbol of resilience, an example of how someone can rise above pain and create a future full of hope. Without her, the balance of the show felt tilted, and many viewers feared that Heartland had lost one of its brightest sparks. Season 19, however, carries with it a wave of anticipation. For months, fans have been whispering, speculating, and even demanding that Georgie must return, and not just return quietly, but return in a way that reignites the show's energy. Could we see her riding into the ranch again, stronger and more determined than ever? Could her storyline bring back the spirit of competition, with her passion for show jumping taking center stage? Or perhaps even more thrilling, could her journey finally lead to the long-awaited engagement and marriage with Quinn, the man who has stood by her side through victories and setbacks alike? The idea of Georgie's grand return is not just exciting, it's necessary. Heartland has always thrived on the interconnectedness of its characters, on the sense that family is never truly complete until everyone has their place. Without Georgie, that unity has felt fractured. Her comeback would not only restore that sense of wholeness, but also create the opportunity for some of the most powerful storytelling the series has seen in years. After all, fans don't just want her back. They need her back to feel the heartbeat of Heartland again. And if she does return, it won't just be another storyline. It will be a turning point, a moment that could redefine the show's future. Georgie's character carries the weight of dreams, determination, and growth. Bringing her back means bringing back those themes in full force. The question now is not just whether she'll return, but how dramatic, how emotional, and how unforgettable that return will be. When we think about Georgie's absence, it becomes clear that it was never just her missing from the ranch. It was the ripple effect her absence created. Katie, who once admired her older sister, seemed strangely disconnected, as though Georgie had simply vanished from her world. Lou and Peter's remarriage, a storyline filled with joy and family significance, felt oddly incomplete without Georgie standing by their side. And even Jack, the unshakable cornerstone of Heartland, showed no visible sense of loss. This lack of acknowledgement was puzzling, almost unsettling for longtime fans. It raised the question, was Georgie's disappearance intentional, a quiet pause until a dramatic return, or was it a misstep in storytelling that season 19 now has the chance to repair? The more fans analyzed it, the clearer it became. Georgie's return is not optional. It is essential. Without her, Heartland risks losing the very themes that made it so beloved. Georgie represented more than a young woman chasing dreams. She embodied resilience and transformation. Her presence reminded viewers that no matter how broken your past might be, with the right support and determination, you can find hope, belonging, and purpose. Removing her left a hole not just in the plot, but in the spirit of the show itself. This is why the rumors about her return in season 19 have spread like wildfire. Fans are not only convinced she's coming back, they're convinced her comeback will be monumental. And what could be more monumental than a wedding? The idea of Georgie stepping into a new chapter of life, perhaps by saying yes to Quinn's proposal, excites viewers in a way few other storylines could. A wedding would be more than a personal milestone for Georgie. It would be a celebration for the entire Heartland family. It would allow each member to shine in their roles. Jack offering his wisdom, Lou embracing her role as mother of the bride, Amy finding inspiration in Georgie's happiness as she struggles with her own path forward. But beyond romance, there's something deeper at play here. Georgie's return could also reignite the show's connection to equestrian competition. Her passion for show jumping has always set her apart, giving Heartland a vibrant lens through which to explore ambition, discipline, and the sacrifices it takes to excel. Without her, this exciting element has faded, leaving fans longing for the thrill of watching her chase her dreams in the ring. Imagine the emotional power of seeing her face setbacks, confront her doubts, and then rise again to victory, all while balancing the responsibilities of love and family. That's the kind of layered storytelling fans are yearning for. At the heart of it, though, is Georgie's symbolic role within Heartland. She is a reminder that family is not just about blood ties, but about connection, acceptance, and shared growth. She entered the ranch as a frightened foster child who felt unwanted by the world, and through patience, love, and hard work, she became a beloved daughter, sister, and friend. Her journey has always mirrored the show's central message, that healing is possible, and that family, in all its forms, is worth fighting for. Bringing her back now, at a time when viewers crave both continuity and hope, would restore that powerful emotional thread. Season 19, then, holds the promise of something truly special. It is not just another season. It is a chance for Heartland to correct what feels broken, to mend the invisible cracks left by Georgie's absence, and to remind audiences why they fell in love with this series in the first place. The speculation surrounding her return isn't just wishful thinking, it's a reflection of what the show needs to stay strong. Because if Georgie walks back into Heartland, she won't just be returning as a character. She'll be returning as the missing piece of a story that has always been about love, resilience, and the bonds that hold us together. If Georgie truly returns in season 19, the ripple effects will reach every corner of Heartland. Her reappearance would not be a quiet moment tucked away in the background. It would shift the dynamics of the entire ranch. For Amy, in particular, Georgie's comeback could carry deep emotional weight. Amy has been navigating a difficult journey since Ty's passing, trying to balance her role as a mother, her career with horses, and the lingering emptiness left behind. Watching Georgie move forward in love and ambition could serve as both a comfort and a challenge. On one hand, Amy might find hope in seeing her foster sister embrace happiness. On the other, it could stir painful reminders of everything she has lost. This layered tension is exactly the kind of emotional complexity that keeps viewers invested season after season. Lou, too, would feel the impact of Georgie's return. As a mother, Lou's arc has always been tied to her daughters. Her reunion with Peter and their remarriage was celebrated by fans, but something about that storyline felt incomplete without Georgie present. In season 19, Lou could finally reclaim the fullness of her family by embracing her role in Georgie's new chapter. Whether it means planning a wedding, supporting her through personal challenges, or simply reconnecting as mother and daughter, Lou's growth as a character could reach new depths with Georgie back by her side. For a show that thrives on family bonds, this kind of reunion would resonate deeply with audiences. And then there is Jack, the unshakable foundation of Heartland. Jack has always been the guiding voice of wisdom, offering support, tough love, and quiet strength to everyone on the ranch. Georgie's return would give him the chance to once again step into that role, this time guiding her into adulthood. A possible wedding storyline would allow Jack to share his timeless lessons about love, commitment, and resilience. Viewers have always cherished the moments where Jack's words cut through the noise and remind everyone of what truly matters. Seeing him offer those lessons to Georgie would not only honor their bond, but also create some of the most moving scenes in recent Heartland history. Katie's arc is another area where Georgie's presence feels critical. The younger sister who once looked up to Georgie has been adrift, her storylines lacking the emotional grounding that Georgie once provided. Season 19 could finally bring that sisterly bond back into focus. Katie's longing, admiration, and even her frustrations with Georgie could open doors to new and heartfelt storytelling. In many ways, Georgie's return would give Katie the growth and attention she deserves, while also reminding viewers of the importance of sibling connections in a show built on family values. But the most compelling part of Georgie's potential return may be the combination of personal and professional triumph. Heartland has always balanced romance with the passion for horses, and Georgie's storyline naturally blends the two. On the personal side, fans are eager to see if Quinn will propose, and if the long-awaited wedding will finally happen. On the professional side, Georgie's riding career offers endless opportunities for high-stakes drama, breathtaking competition, and inspiring perseverance. Together, these arcs would give her character a sense of wholeness that reflects the essence of Heartland itself, the ability to dream big while staying rooted in family. This dual arc also carries symbolic meaning for the series as a whole. Amy and Ty's love story once represented the heart of Heartland, but with Ty gone, the show needs a new anchor to carry that legacy forward. Georgie's love for Quinn and her dedication to show jumping could step into that role, allowing the series to honor its past while carving out a new future. It would be a way of saying, life goes on, love continues, and family keeps growing even after loss. For fans, this is the promise that makes Season 19 feel so important. Georgie's grand return would not simply be a nostalgic move, it would be the key to restoring balance, deepening character arcs, and ensuring the show thrives for years to come. The excitement lies not just in seeing her back on the ranch, but in witnessing how her return reshapes the lives of everyone around her. That is why the anticipation has reached such a fever pitch. Viewers don't just want Georgie back, they are waiting for the emotional storm her return will bring. When fans talk about Georgie's return, one idea rises above the rest: the possibility of her wedding in Season 19. This speculation has caught fire in online discussions, not just because it would be a romantic milestone, but because it would represent something much bigger. Heartland weddings have always been more than ceremonies. They have been turning points that defined eras of the show. Lou and Peter's wedding once brought the family together in celebration, while Amy and Ty's marriage became one of television's most beloved unions. If Georgie's wedding happens, it will carry the same weight, symbolizing the passing of the torch to a new generation and ensuring the continuity of the Heartland legacy. Imagine what such a moment would mean for the Fleming Bartlett family. Lou, as Georgie's mother, would finally see her foster daughter step fully into adulthood, a transformation that would feel like the completion of her own journey as a parent. Jack, the patriarch whose steady wisdom has anchored the family for decades, would give his blessing with words that would echo in the hearts of viewers long after the episode ends. And Amy, who has walked the painful road of loss, would stand beside her foster sister not only as family, but as someone reminded that happiness can still be found after heartbreak. For each of them, Georgie's wedding would be both a personal joy and a healing moment, weaving their lives back together into a stronger whole. For fans, the emotional impact would be just as powerful. Georgie has always been more than just a character. She's been a role model. She proved that no matter how broken your past may feel, it is possible to find love, purpose, and a family that chooses you. Seeing her walk down the aisle would not only reward longtime viewers who have followed her journey from the beginning, but also inspire younger audiences who see themselves in her struggles and triumphs. It would be a reminder that resilience pays off, and that dreams can come true when you dare to chase them. But let's not forget the dramatic potential. A wedding storyline in Heartland has never been without its twists and complications. Will Georgie and Quinn face unexpected challenges as they prepare for their future together? Will their relationship be tested in ways that force them to prove their commitment? Such questions only add to the suspense, making the possibility of this storyline even more compelling. Fans know that Heartland thrives on the balance of joy and struggle, and Georgie's wedding could deliver both in unforgettable ways. Beyond the romance, however, lies another critical element: Georgie's connection to show jumping. If Season 19 combines her wedding arc with a renewed focus on her professional career, the result would be a storyline rich in both personal and competitive stakes. Balancing love and ambition is never easy, and watching Georgie navigate that challenge would resonate with audiences who have faced similar crossroads in their own lives. Her victories in the ring could mirror her victories in love, creating a parallel that reinforces the central theme of Heartland, that perseverance, whether in family or in competition, always leads to growth. There's also a symbolic dimension here that cannot be ignored. Heartland is about legacy, The idea that traditions, values, and dreams are passed from one generation to the next. Ty and Amy's love story once carried that torch, but with Ty gone, fans have been searching for a new beacon of hope. Georgie's wedding could serve as that beacon, signaling that the ranch, the family, and the spirit of Heartland are alive and thriving. It would be a promise to viewers that the show is not just surviving, but evolving, ready to continue for years to come. This is why the speculation surrounding Georgie's return feels so electric. It isn't just about seeing a beloved character again, it's about the future of Heartland itself. Fans know that her presence could redefine the direction of the series, and a wedding would be the ultimate way to celebrate that shift. Every smile, every tear, every word of wisdom from Jack, every embrace from Amy and Lou, it would all carry the weight of nearly 2 decades of storytelling. And for viewers who have stayed loyal through every season, it would be a payoff worth the wait. The anticipation surrounding Georgie's return is more than simple excitement. It feels like a promise that Heartland must fulfill. For too long, fans have been left wondering, speculating, and even worrying that one of the show's most meaningful characters had been quietly written out. Season 19 now carries the responsibility of answering those questions and restoring the sense of family unity that Heartland is built upon. And the truth is, nothing short of a grand return will be enough. If Georgie does reappear, her first moments back at the ranch would be about more than just reunion. They would be about healing. For Lou, it would be the chance to reconnect with her daughter in a way that feels overdue. For Katie, it would be the rediscovery of a bond that has been missing, the kind of sisterly connection that helps shape a young woman's identity. For Jack, it would be the quiet relief of seeing another piece of his family home again, proof that the values he has spent his life upholding, love, loyalty, and resilience, are still alive in the next generation. And for Amy, it would be the reassurance that even in the face of loss, new joy and new beginnings are always possible. But fans aren't only waiting for the emotional reunion, they're waiting for closure. Georgie's journey was left hanging, her storylines incomplete, her dreams unresolved. A proper return in season 19 would allow the writers to tie together the loose ends, to show how she has grown during her absence, and to prove that her struggles have shaped her into someone even stronger. Whether she comes back from international competitions, from a training program abroad, or from a personal journey of self-discovery, her return would be the missing chapter that finally makes the book feel whole again. And if the season dares to go further, if it dares to give fans the long-awaited engagement or wedding, then it will not only restore balance but also elevate the series to one of its most memorable eras. A wedding would be more than a storyline. It would be a celebration of everything Heartland represents. It would be a way of honoring the past, from Lou and Peter's union to Amy and Ty's unforgettable love story, while also looking forward to the future with Georgie and Quinn. It would be proof that even as the years pass, the ranch remains a place where love grows. Dreams are nurtured and family bonds are unbreakable. Of course, the suspense lies in the question, will it actually happen? Heartland has always balanced expectation with surprise, delivering emotional highs when least expected. Fans may be certain that Georgie's return is on the horizon, but the form it will take is still shrouded in mystery. Will her comeback be triumphant and joyful, or will it come with new challenges that test her strength once again? Will her relationship with Quinn be celebrated with a proposal, or will obstacles force them to fight harder for their future together? These unanswered questions are exactly what makes season 19 so thrilling before it has even aired. For nearly 2 decades, Heartland has survived because it speaks to universal truths: the power of family, the courage to face hardship, and the belief that love is always worth fighting for. Georgie embodies all of those truths. She is not just another character whose absence fans noticed. She is the missing heartbeat that the show needs to feel whole again. Her grand return would not only mend the fabric of the story, but also reaffirm the bond between the series and its loyal audience. As we stand on the edge of season 19, the excitement is undeniable. The whispers have turned into demands, the theories into hopes, and the silence into anticipation. Fans are ready for answers, ready for closure, and ready for the celebration of a new era. Whether Georgie comes back to ride again, to reconnect with her family, or to say yes to a proposal that changes her life forever, one thing is certain: her return could be the spark that makes Heartland shine brighter than it has in years. And until the moment finally arrives, viewers will hold their breath, waiting for the story that promises to heal old wounds and ignite new dreams.